Here we go. So there's a new keyword. And keep in mind, this is a fresh reveal. I've not seen this yet. Formidable. I already love it, and I'll tell you why. Because it sounds like something tanky. Something like it's going to protect me from aggro. I strike with my health. And Alright. So here's the thing. This is not super great. And second of all, Formidable would really wants to go with Freljord. And Freljord really doesn't want to go with Demacia. Because like Freljord and Demacia don't have that much synergy, unfortunately. And also like a 0-2 unit is like, well, it's a 2-2, but if it blocks a spider, it becomes a 1-2, right? A 1-1, sorry. So it loses attack every time it blocks. It needs to have regen to be useful. Without regen, it's not good at all. It just trades. Astral protection, I mean, I guess. Tough is amazing, but it doesn't have tough either, right? So, okay. It's not that great. I mean, there are literal 1-mana 2-2s in Demacia. I don't know why you would play this over those. I really don't see it. Troll Chance seems amazing with it. It could be decent, I guess. But you can play, I don't know. I'm not sure. Not with this card, though. Like, you need the regen, per se. I think this card is not strong. It's not freezable. That is true. It is a counter to freeze. But yeah, I mean, Scargrounds does nothing because its attack is useless. You might as well keep it at 0 attack. This could have 5,000 attack and it still hits for 2. It doesn't hit with the one that's higher. It hits with the HP every single time. So, giving this attack with Scargrounds is pointless. No, it says, I strike with my health instead of my power, not with both. It doesn't amplify the power with it. It can't block Fearsome either. That's a very good point. Yeah, I'm going to say this is a bad card. But the keyword is super cool. Now, this is pretty solid to some extent. Again, this is a solid card. It's a 2-mana 3/3 challenger. But if you're going to be running it, you need to have some form of healing. Guys, you got to understand why I'm not saying it's OP. It's because let's say you kill a 2-mana, let's say this kills a 2/2. You do realize for the rest of the game this is a 1/1. Right? It's no longer a 3/3. If a 3/3 attacked, it would have been a 3/1. It gets 2 good trades. In order to get 2 good trades with this, you need to heal it. You need to spend resources.
Formidable units themselves are bad, but you can grant other units this keyword and they can be strong.
Correct. Correct. So, you need to actually invest card into keeping this healthy. Because if this is injured, it does less. Let's say, for example, you challenger. Let's say the opponent plays Teemo. Sorry, not Teemo. Let's say the opponent plays Draven, and you challenge your Draven with this. They Mystic Shot it, and it's only doing 1 damage. So you're able to reduce damage this does in combat just by injuring it with Mystic Shot.
What I don't like is that spell damage drops their attack. Mystic Shot equals -2 attack.
Exactly. Now you're getting my drift. Exactly. Spell damage lowers the attack. Another problem with Pantheon. You give Pantheon Formidable when he hits for 2 HP. So I'm not sure if it's that great with Pantheon because 2 HP Pantheon is kind of scuffed. I mean, he has more attack than HP, so you don't want him to have Formidable. He can't get it? Probably not. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, overall, this is a decent unit. I wouldn't say OP because, again, you can use spell damage to lower its attack. Fury of the North is a better buff. But then, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It still begs to, like, there are just so many ways to take advantage of this as the opponent. Let's say the opponent plays Misfortune. You drop down this. You attack Misfortune. She does Make It Rain. That's it. You're hitting for 2 instead of 3. I mean, stuff like that is going to really mess you up really hard. So you need to have a lot of ways to heal or buff HP in general. But if you have them, it can be very strong. So you're looking at definitely Freljord, I would say. Maybe Targon. And Freljord mostly because I think there's a few really OP cards. I think Elixir is amazing. And I think whereas Troll Chen is amazing because it takes less damage as well. And possibly Troll Gifts, but I doubt it. Because you're not going to use Troll Gifts on a 1 or 2 mana cost card without giving it a buff. It's not enough. Very cool, though. Very, very cool. Very cool. Wouldn't regen be good? It is. But it only has 3 HP. Like, you give it regen, it just gets killed. You're wasting a lot of resources there. 3 mana, 3/2. Play. Grant an ally +0/+1 and tough. Now, this is a spicy card. Not just for these two. Forget about these two. Like, overall, this is a very good card. It's okay for Fiora. Yeah, it's pretty okay for Fiora. I agree. But this card is very spicy. It goes very well with faded units. Faded units love the 1 HP and tough. It's amazing. We've seen a lot of decks running Chain Vest, and this is a better Chain Vest because the body's actually very solid. 3 mana 3/2 is very good for this effect. It's very, very solid. I like this a lot. This is a very strong card, I think. I think out of all the cards so far, this is the strongest. I think this is stronger than this. This card is so good for defensive decks as well because it helps you trade so well. I'm a fan of this. Chain Vest's Burst, I'm aware of that. But this is very good. Are you insane? Why? Why is it bad? Granting tough and 1 HP and a 3/2 body for 3. Massive value. White Flame is better than a lot of... It is. It actually is. So, I love this set of cards. This is so fun for me because one of my favorite ways to play the game, other than like full reactive control, is to play units that are just annoying and can't be gotten rid of, and they just tank and tank and tank until I get to a late game win con. My only sad is that this is Demacia, and I'm not a big Demacia fan. But there are a few cards in Demacia that make me happy to use, and this could push me towards using them again. This is very cool. 2 mana 2/2 when you summon another ally granted 1 HP. You see, I really wouldn't like this, but this is a mid-range card. It's a little bit slow as well, actually. I don't think it's nuts. I think it's solid, but I don't think it's nuts. So here's the thing. You have to think about what Demacia does really well. Demacia is very good at getting good stats on board, but also the 2 drops that Demacia has are very tempo-oriented. It's not a bad card, don't get me wrong. It's not bad. It's pretty solid, but I don't think it's a nuts card. I don't think many decks are even going to run it. Maybe Formidable decks will run it. It competes, yeah, it competes with other 2 drops, that's what I'm saying. The one that gives them barrier is more useful because you play a lot of challengers. The Auction Silver deck with Demacia could use these cards. Possibly. Old Bandle, Poppy Swarm. Want to run this card with Pantheon deck? Why? Pantheon doesn't really care about... Pantheon already has enough HP as it is. He just grows off of Faded. You want to use spells on Pantheon. I'm not so sure about this one. I think it's a decent card, but I don't think it's amazing. 4 mana, 3/5. Looks like a dragon, but is not a dragon. It's a horse dragon. Petricite Stag. Support. I take all damage from my support. Yeah, Shen is better. I agree. What about with Fiora though, chat? Isn't this kind of good with Fiora? Like, you drop this on the board, and then Fiora cannot die during combat. No matter what they do, Fiora cannot die. Isn't this like the perfect support for Fiora? Yeah, I know. It's a 5 HP for Fiora, but not only that, it's like a 20 HP for Fiora because they would have to like kill this with 2 spells, and then like it's not horrible. She dies if it dies. Actually, that's a good point because this does get blocked first. That's a good point. Yeah, it includes after combat. It has to. I think it does include after combat. Why is it epic? Because it has an epic idea behind it. It's a cool idea. How about chaining? So I was thinking about that, chaining supports with Tarek in general. But I'm not sure. The stat line is okay-ish. I just don't think it does enough. So this is what this literally is a negative tempo card. You lose tempo. You're playing a 4 mana 3/5 basically. Whether this takes the damage or not doesn't matter. You're still losing tempo. So that's what the main issue is. It loses you a tempo. Terra gains tempo because it gives you double buffs. A lot of cards gain you tempo. This never recovers its cost. It never does. It simply gives you utility, which means that you can keep things alive in combat that you need to keep alive. If you need to lifesteal something and you don't want your lifesteal unit to die to combat or to like Mystic Shot, you attack with it, and like it's a utility card, but it doesn't. You go negative mana with this. So overall, I don't think it's that great. Because usually when something is negative tempo, it makes up for it down the line. But this doesn't. It could have regen, I agree. It could have regen. It is a cool idea, though. Support elusive, so enemy will lose elusive cards. Like, yes, like this, you can use this to support an elusive unit so it never dies, but still, it's a cool idea. I'm just not a really huge fan of it. Needs more HP, or yeah, needs something. Yeah, so I think this is okay-ish. All right, 3 mana, 1/4 support. Give my supported ally +0/+2 and Formidable this round. That's pretty cool with Braum. That's really cool with Braum, actually. With Bubble Bear, that's scary, by the way. Bubble Bear is hitting for 8 to face, isn't it? Like, Bubba is like, what? Bubba is an 8/8 elusive with this. 8/8 Soraka, it also heals. Battering Ram is a 14/14. That's true. That is true. I really think Soraka's kit is the play with this. But Soraka doesn't hit phase, that's the problem, right? You can just chump block. I don't know. But Soraka is able to get some massive HPs as well. Ice Pillar can kill stuff. Yeah, but you need Overwhelm. That's the point. This is great with Braum. This is great with Braum. This by itself makes me want to build a Braum deck. Like, the other cards, more or less. Like, this, nah. This, meh. This kind of can fit, but this, holy smokes. This fits with Braum so well. Braum all of a sudden can kill every unit in the game. This does die, unfortunately. It's a 1/4, which is kind of weak. Ice Pillar.
Also, the 4 mana 0/5 unit in Noxus that deals 1 to opponent's Nexus can be playable now.
That's true to an extent. But, like, here's the thing. I think you need spells that just grant Formidable. I think that's what you want. You want spells that grant Formidable, and that's it. That's pretty much what you need to find. And we still don't have that yet, right? That's out of the way. Yeah, I'm not going to play out of the way, chat. It's also 3 different regions. Because I want to play this with Freljord. I really do think this is very cool. This is the coolest card for me. But that's because this is the only one that grants Formidable for now, right? This is very cool as well. But this is it. You want to find ways to get... I mean, it doesn't grant it, but it gives it for 1 turn at the very least. Culling would be a very big problem. That's true. Culling Strike is a problem. Wow, that's a very good point. So Culling Strike is going to laugh at the face of these decks. It's going to be like, yo, what's up, brother? I got some news for you. Yeah, LeBlanc will be meta again? Possibly. Culling meta, yeah. That's why you ramp with out of the way. Best part is Ram needs freeze and Culling to kill. That's true. But this with Battering Ram is very scary. 100%. This actually might... Like, you might run a Formidable Battering Ram deck because, Battering Ram actually OTKs so fast. And the scary thing is, because it's Demacia, you can rally, right? You have access to some very good rallies. If they give any easier way than this to give Battering Ram Formidable, that might just be GG. That could be a very disgusting deck. Yeah, but Noxus Rally kind of sucks. Even if you knock down Battering Ram's HP, its power is still growing. Agreed, yeah. Quick Attack, it destroys this deck. It does. These are very bad blockers versus Quick Attack. That's true. They're very bad for blocking versus Quick Attack, but they're good at attacking. Oh, that could change everything. What happens to their attack stat? Does it get added? No, it doesn't. If this was Formidable, it would deal 4 damage, basically. Galio tomorrow. I'm excited for that. I really hope they do a good job with Galio. Why do men go bald? Nice try, brother. Listen, chat. I need you to understand something. Under this beanie is a beautiful hair. Just imagine it. Like, if I was to take this off, you just see the hair fluff. And it's right there, and I can style it to the side. I can part it down the middle, right? I can go like this. I can go through. I can do everything with it. It's right there, right under the beanie. Okay? You just got to use your imagination.